Developing news at this hour. North Carolina's controversial bathroom bill may not be on the way out, at least not yet.
Lawmakers in the State House of Representatives have voted to adjourn without repealing the law, but they can't leave unless the Senate approves that motion. Now, here's a live look for you at the legislative chambers in Raleigh. The Senate has been on a 10-minute recess that's now lasted over an hour. We will, of course, keep monitoring this situation. House Bill 2 is also called the bathroom bill because part of it requires people to use public restrooms that match their birth certificate. It's been sparking protests since March. The fallout may have contributed to Pat McCrory's loss. He is the first incumbent North Carolina governor to lose a re-election bid. As North Carolina lawmakers decide whether to repeal that controversial bathroom law, business owners in Asheville are taking a stance against it.
7 News reporter Dave Jordan is live in Asheville tonight with more on what they're doing there. Dave?
Well, Amy, those businesses are pushing back against House Bill 2 by allowing their patrons to use the bathroom of their choice, a move that is being met with support and gratitude from the transgender community.
It's straight up discrimination. Just the governor and a few other people who are pushing their religious views onto other people.
The bill, also known as the Public Facilities Privacy and Security Act, was passed by the legislature in March and signed by Governor McCrory. This was in response to an anti-discriminatory ordinance passed by the City Council in Charlotte 1 month earlier. Supporters of HB2 said it was designed to protect those in public facilities, but many said the bill was an attack on the LGBT community. Businesses like the Orange Peel, a concert venue in Asheville, hung signs in support of the transgender community, allowing them to use the restrooms of their choice, even converting one of those restrooms to unisex.
As a business, we really put an emphasis on just making sure that everyone that comes here feels comfortable. We want it to be a welcoming environment for everyone.
Many businesses in downtown Asheville took a similar position. The general manager of Malaprop's bookstore and cafe hung similar signs throughout its store as well.
We thought it was really important for our customers to feel safe and and feel protected.
North Carolina had been the subject of boycotts because of HB2. The NBA moved its All-Star game out of Charlotte, and several businesses like PayPal canceled plans to expand in the state. That led to this week's special session, where lawmakers are now considering a repeal. Linda Marie Barrett, who runs Malaprop's bookstore, is waiting anxiously for the outcome.
The whole community of Asheville has been very supportive of the community affected, so that will just remove this barrier that some people have had to visiting North Carolina or visiting Asheville.
It's been really nice to know that this is a really supportive town.
Now, we reached out to city leaders here at Asheville City Hall for a comment on the repeal discussion. No one would comment specifically on that, but we were reminded that the City Council passed an ordinance and a resolution rather to repeal back in April. So this is still being discussed, and there's still a lot of broad support for what's going on in the legislature tonight. We are live tonight outside of Asheville City Hall. Dave Jordan, 7 News.
All right, Dave. Now, we've talked about the events, the sporting events, the businesses the state has lost. What about Asheville? They mentioned the tourism concerns. How much has this hurt Asheville?
Well, just listening to that woman who is the general manager of the bookstore, Malaprop's bookstore and cafe, she told me that several authors canceled their visits for promotional events and for book signings because of the law. That woman even went so far as to write an editorial that was published in the New York Times criticizing HB2. A lot of businesses generally felt the same way, that they have seen their numbers drop. There's not a lot of tourism coming through, or less tourism coming through as a result of this. So a lot of people here have pushed to repeal the bill, wanting the bill to be repealed, hoping that things get back to normal. Many people calling it a black eye on the city and on the state as a whole.
All right, Dave, we thank you for keeping up with all that in Asheville tonight. Oh, the news out of that city this evening: the city of Asheville can keep control of its taxpayer-funded water system after a ruling by the North Carolina Supreme Court. In 2013, the state legislature passed a law that would have stripped the city of the water system and handed it over to a regional sewer system, but the state's high court has sided with the city. The water system also serves customers around Buncombe County.